Good morning, students. Let's start chapter 1 periodic table. We have to continue. First class already I sent. Okay, I think all of you are going through the chapter. Next class we are going to conduct through online Zoom app. Okay, so you can discuss your doubts on that class. Okay, so we are discussing now the periodic table, the periodic properties. Okay, first property already we discussed. Second property is the metallic character. Okay, let's start. Metallic character, all of you know what is metallic character. It is the tendency to lose electron. Elements those are having 1, 2 and 3 electrons in their outermost shell. That means the elements up to 13th group. Okay, elements that are having, I am repeating again, that are having 1, 2 or 3 electron in their outermost shell, they have a tendency to lose electron. This tendency is known as the metallic tendency. Okay, one exception is there, that is the hydrogen, the first element in the periodic table, first group. Okay, this is not a metal, but due to it is containing only 1 electron in the outermost shell, it has a tendency to lose electron and become a positively charged ion or one proton. Okay, it is the exception. Which one? Hydrogen is a non-metal showing the metallic character. Okay, let's start. Okay, so as I said, sodium having 1 electron in the outermost shell, you can see the configuration 281, losing 1 electron to give a unipositive ion. Similarly, your magnesium having electronic configuration 282, losing 2 electrons to give you Mg2 plus having configuration 28. This is the stable state because 8 electron in the outermost shell. Okay, this tendency is known as metallic tendency or metallic character. This character depending upon two factors: atomic size, second one nuclear charge. Okay, nuclear charge. So according to the atomic size, already we discussed atomic size. So first case I am considering atomic size. So when atomic size increases, suppose atomic size increases, at that time what happen? The hole between the nucleus, suppose it is the nucleus, the hole between the nucleus and the valence electron is decreasing. That means the influence of nuclear charge, positive charge, on the negative charge decreasing. That means with increase in atomic size, it is easier to, when the influence decreasing, it is easier to remove 1 electron. Yes or no? So at that time the metallic character increases. That means tendency to lose electron increases. I can say in one line, when the metallic character increases with atomic size, if atomic size increases, metallic character increases. Okay, then come to nuclear charge. When nuclear charge increases, the hole between nucleus and the outermost electron, that is the valence electron, increases. At that time what happens? The outermost electron are hold tightly with the nucleus. That means the tendency to lose electron decreases. That means when nuclear charge increases, the metallic character decreases. Okay, so how this trend going along a period and group? So when you are going along a period from left to right in a periodic table, when you are going from left to right in a periodic table, atomic size decreasing. So atomic size, due to atomic size decreasing, the metallic tendency or metallic character decreasing. That's why in the second group you can see what are the second group elements. First one is your lithium, second one beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Okay, so when you are going along the second period, first two elements are metals. This is metalloid and these are the non-metals. Understood? So metallic character decreases along a period. Then when you are going down a group, when you are going down the group, the atomic size increasing, along with atomic size increasing, again the nuclear charge also increasing. But atomic size is considerable because a new cell is introduced, so we are considering only the atomic size. So due to the increasing in atomic size, what happened? The tendency to lose electron increases, so metallic character increases. That means lithium is the least metallic character and cesium is having the highest metallic character in the group 1. Why I am not saying francium? Previously we discussed this is a radioactive element, so I am leaving the francium. Okay, so I think you are understanding about the metallic character. Okay, so here again one thing we can discuss, metallic character is related to reducing agent. Those elements are having good metallic character, they are the good reducing agent because they have a tendency to lose electron. So when metallic character increases, they are the acting as a good reducing agent. That means the left side elements are the good reducing agent. Again, when you are coming down a periodic table, upper elements are less reducing agent than the lower elements. That means cesium is the strongest reducing agent you can discuss, you can find out. Okay, so next periodic property is the non-metallic property. Opposite to the metallic property, non-metallic property you can define, the elements have a tendency to gain electron. Again I am repeating, elements they have a tendency to gain electron to fill their octet or to come to a stable state are known as having as a non-metallic tendency. Okay, so elements those are having 5, 6 or 7 electron in the outermost shell, they have a tendency to gain electron, so they can gain 3, 2 or 1 electron to fill their octet, so they are showing the non-metallic character. Okay, so how they are showing the non-metallic character? Again we can express as a equation. So chlorine is having electronic configuration 287, you know properly. Okay, it has a tendency to, one electron is deficient from the nearest octet, so it is gaining one electron to give a unique negative ion, Cl minus ion, having configuration 288. Okay, so this is the non-metallic character electron is gaining. Here oxygen again you can take 286, so it is gaining, sorry again I wrote wrongly, 26, it is gaining 2 electrons to gain the to become a octet. Okay, 2 minus, that is 28. Okay, so this is the non-metallic tendency. This tendency again depending upon 2 characters, that is the previous one, 2 characters. First one is your atomic size, second one is your nuclear charge. Okay, atomic size and nuclear charge. Again we have to see the trends, how these two are effective to show the non-metallic character. Okay, so atomic size, how it is affecting, you know, when atomic size increases, so atomic size increases, suppose this is the nucleus positive charge and this is the valence electron, outermost shell valence electron. When the atomic size increases, that means this distance increases, the effect of nucleus, the hold of nucleus on the valence electron decreases. At that time the tendency to gain electron decreases, That means when atomic size increases, non-metallic character decreases. Similarly, nuclear charge, when nuclear charge increases, that means nucleus become more powerful. At that time what happens? The hold between nucleus and valence electron increases. That means the tendency to gain electron increases. That means in one line you can say, when nuclear charge increases, non-metallic character increases. Again I am repeating, when atomic size increases, non-metallic character decreases. When nuclear charge increases, at that time non-metallic character increases. Okay, then let's see how they are affecting along the groups and the periods. Okay, so when you are going along a period, I am writing a horizontal arrow, means it is a period. When you are moving along a period from left to right, the nuclear charge increases. You know, nuclear charge increases. That means non-metallic character increases. That means suppose you are considering the same group, your second group, left side lithium is the metal, beryllium is metal, then boron is metalloid, then your carbon, oxygen and fluorine. Okay, these three, left one thing, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Okay, these are the non-metals. That means non-metallic character increases. It is the highest non-metallic character and it is having the metallic property, means least non-metallic character. Again, when you are going down a group, downward arrow means you are showing the group. When you are going down a group, atomic size increases. All the groups, in all 18 groups, atomic size increases. That's why what happened, the hole between nucleus and outermost cell decreases. So gaining an electron is becoming harder. That means in all cases non-metallic character decreases. That means in the 7th period, you can see in the 7th period all the 17 groups are having metals only, no non-metals are there. Okay, again this is related according to the oxidizing property also. Okay, that is related, metallic character is related to reducing property, it is related to oxidizing property. Elements, those are the good non-metals, they are having good oxidizing property. That means they are the good oxidizing agent. So your halogens are the good oxidizing agents. Again I am repeating, halogens are the good oxidizing agents. Okay, next, according to the metallic property and non-metallic property, they also give the characteristic of their corresponding oxides. Okay, when you are moving along a period, the acidic character increases when you are moving from left to right. Suppose I am discussing about the third period, sodium, third period elements you can find out: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, then phosphorus, sulfur, then chlorine. What are their oxides? It is oxide, it is the oxide Al2O3, its oxide, SiO4, acid oxide. Okay, SiO4 also, SiO2 also, then P2O5, SO2, Cl2O7. Okay, these are the corresponding oxides. So these two are the basic oxides, this is the amphoteric oxides, and from this side the acidic character increases. That means it is the highest acidic character. Chlorine oxide is having the highest acidic character. Okay, so here I am concluding the non-metallic property which is changing periodically. Okay.